Hello, how's it going? So this is just a quick bit of a update kind of video talking about a new part in the museum that we've been working on. I've spoke about it in a couple of my vids on the Look Mum No Computer channel, and also talked about it and the layout and stuff and the plans in more depth over on Patreon. But I figured now is the time to chat about it because it's looking a little bit nicer in there. There's a bit more of an idea. So this is the front of the museum, of course, behind us right here. That's the telephone exchange. By the way, there is a Telephone Tuesdays coming up. I had to remember what day it was supposed to be for, but of course, you know, see you next Tuesday. That is coming. So Mitchy boy has got one coming up. But what we're going to talk about is around the back. We go in there, which is the organ room. So we're going to walk back. So been a little bit busy down here. Last week did a bit of work here. So if you've seen any of the videos or you've come here before in the past, you'll have seen a scene at some point. This room being the organ room. Originally, it only went up to about this point, and then in one of the videos like last year, took one of the divider plasterboard walls down, opened it up a bit more, and now, right now, it's open right over to the other side of the other side. So this organ room, Jones organ, and then we go over here and there's just a whole load more room. So this is the beginning of Mr. Stockdale's setup. So I've already done videos on this over on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen those, the links are below to those. There's more of these to come, and the plan is this room is going to become, well, it's a bit more like have you ever been to Walton Towers ever in the UK, and you've played on the there's remote control cars, and then you're sat on the side and you've got a little steering wheel. Well, the idea is with that, but with MIDI instruments and such. So the room's going to be full of MIDI controllable electro mechanical items and machines that we haven't yet got going yet, and also other MIDI devices and stuff, and also a little room to set up for when we have recording sessions and things where the museum gets booked out, which you can do, by the way. You just inquire on the website. We had one last week, and I've a few, so it's like you can come here, and whether you want to record with your own equipment like a Zoom or something, come along, or you want to bounce down to tape, you can do that now, because this is another part of it. There's a control room we're working on. So this whole setup comes hand in hand, really. So this is it from the other side, of course. So going into the museum, you'll recognize the color. So we're coming in from the other side. You'll see the organs over there somewhere. And right here is the control room we walk in. So I've been covering this room for the past few videos in the last month about the rear of it, which is the test equipment setup. This is the Brawl and Cure setup. So there's videos of performing on this below. About when I end play. Okay. And then we'll press N for record. Oh no. Oh shit. We'll press N for record on channel 4. Kick drum. Bit secrets like this. It's over here. And then snare. And then the sub. Ring mod. This right now is connecting over to this side of the room, which is currently working on. You'll see there's loads of tools and stuff, but this is the part which we're going to be calling the control room. This part is for sessions when people want to come and, number one, use this to record and do what you want. If you want to do that, then get in touch. We'll let you know the situation and the deal. And that goes over, and the current plan is there's going to be a very big old patch bay that's going to connect to the whole of the museum. It will connect MIDI and audio to different kind of areas of the museum. So there'll be a whole patch bay for the organ side. There'll be a MIDI input and then an output for the microphones and stuff that will go here. There's a set of racks here that we're working on. You'll see it's a little bit rickety at the minute. Open to suggestions of what to put in here. Johnny's job here is to sort this out, get the panels, the patch bays going and stuff so it works perfectly, so we can plug it into here, which ultimately ends up being plugged into your the interface. So there's going to be an interface here, so you can bring a computer or something if you want to record, or you can go all analog if you want. It's going directly into here, so there'll be a patch bay into the input of this, which will be coupled to a tape machine, so you can bounce it down to 4 tracks, record and stuff, and then bounce that down to your computer if you so please, stuff like that. So working on it. It's a little bit of a work in progress, but you know, it's every week it's going to get more and more done. So this room, you'll see there's quite a lot of space. There's a big cupboard on the top. You're wondering, where is the blower for the organ? Well, it's in here. It sorts that problem out. This is a Compton electro-pneumatic piano. Got to work on that and got to finish that, so there'll be some self-playing pianos. So of course the piano is over there, but it makes more sense to have a good old Compton self-playing piano to be midified. So there'll be lots of midified items that you can record, or you can go over. There'll be a patch bay running over. I don't know exactly when this will be, but it'll be running over to this spot or the next spot or something, but there's nothing stopping you recording here if you want, but you know. So right now the museum in the summer is open Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays. For more information on the opening times, check out over on the website. This back area, because as you can see, still finishing it off, there's some cable trays and stuff, so it's a little bit slightly off limits at the minute, but slowly is going to be a work in progress. The first thing that's going to go in here is the Compton organ setup that I covered in one of my videos a couple of weeks ago. Currently midifying it, and that's going to go here, and it'll wire into Rotophone speakers, Leslie speakers, things like that, that will go into this room. And we'll just build up from there. We'll try and keep some space empty, so you know, if some instance a drum kit for a session wants to come in and play with the organ. And just a bit of an update that we are making it bigger, so if you want to come along, come on open days, or if you want to have access to the control room, which on open days will be a little bit off limits. There'll be a bit of a way of interacting with this setup, but it won't be full because yeah, I explained it in the video, so we'll keep an eye on that. But if you want to come and play on these, then inquire below. But anyway, have a lovely time, and I'll speak to you soon. Lovely.